So my major influences for writing this album, there's actually 4 albums that really were a big deal. One was Green Carnations, the acoustic verses. That album was an acoustic album by that Norwegian prog rock band, and it's a very dark album. So it's an acoustic album. Usually people hear acoustic, they think pleasant thoughts, but it was actually lyrically a very dark album, and I felt that a lot of my music that I was writing, most of it started on acoustic guitar, really was inspired by that album. Another album, 2 albums actually that really inspired me were by the band Anathema. There's their 1999 album Judgment, and then their 2001 album Find Day to Exit. And both those albums lyrically were very inspirational to me, because it does deal obviously with some very heavy themes if you listen to them. Especially A Fine Day to Exit is somewhat conceptual in nature, where somebody goes through the motions of their own mental health, and so I felt inspired by that album specifically. But both those albums, given that they're back to back when they're released, I feel will be reflected a little bit in this album. And the 4th album that really stood out to me was, or inspired me, was Egoloc's Marrow of the Spirit. It's a black metal album, but this album is not black metal at all. But the idea behind that album is really just the mood of it. It's very focused in nature, as are many of Egoloc's albums. But the overall tone and feel I got from that album, I feel is greatly inspired it inspired me, and you can probably feel touches of it within this album, especially in the song Funeral. I feel is really Egoloc inspired.